Good morning to all in creation. Good morning, America. This is Aurora, Mother of New Creation, Galactic Central, Heaven on Earth, and I legit just got out of my futon. I was exaggerating. It was never really the floor. I have a gorgeous futon here. Watch. It's like I'm literally floating in thin air. And so there's a rectification to be made. Father of all creation is a magnificent, magnanimous, electrically magnetic being that is a force to reckon with, and him and I are eternally bound as one, like the night and the day, the Alpha and the Omega. It's something supernatural, and how it all unfolded. And I will not take everybody back to the real events, like since the beginning of the feelings, with the gaps in between, and that will be done later. However, he came in the field and declared that Love is One is a fraudulent group, and Amy Carlson is your ticket to hell because she's just, he called it comatose, and through Love as One there will never be full planetary liberation or victory for the light or mission succeeding. So I left Shasta immediately after this message, and then when I got to Earth, he again declared never-ending love for me, Goddess Aurora, the day of my covenant. And then him and I did a little magical chair game. So in order to fully redeem both our souls, we planned it in a way where I literally forced him, and I know it's not nice, but I never said I was nice. So I kind of, in a way, gave him the indirect runaround and led him straight back to Amy Carlson. And he then, as I know him to be, swiped the floors with them all, and now is sitting on top of the world as Father of all creation at lovehaswon.org. When I first emailed him and him me, it was like Light of the Immortals, right? He was out of the Shazam, and Maria was extremely wary and polarized, etc. So I took them both through the little, rabbit hoops holes, and it was very much fun for me to watch, because I know exactly what to do when things need to be done. So just like he came in my field when I was in the middle of Blue Spruce and he posted a message, he's like, I love you, to me. And that was by Germain, Saint Germain. And then he goes, you gotta get out of there. And then he goes, I double love you. And now he's making pretend. He's playing COVID for all COVID's worth. So, last letter to me, and listen to this. Like, that's brilliance. The first letter is like, Goddess, warrioress, Aurora, I love you. Yada yada. Now, it was like title from Father of All Creation at loveison.org versus the email from Light of the Immortals. It was Jima. And then he goes, something bullshit. I don't even know what it went like, but something really funny, okay? And then, as soon as anyone says Jima to my face, all the horror goes right back at them and strikes them for like, breaks their yokes and breaks everything, because my power in God, I'm Aurora. So anytime anyone uses that on me, they lose billions of dollars, billions of everything gets squandered and lost, just like when the cops told me Dima 3 times. Now, if they don't take action and arrest COVID, yeah, and this is not using threats to manipulate the field. I don't mince words. It's instant. Like the star boy here, when he cheated on me, instantly he said, why did you send people to rob my boat, to steal my boat? Why are people shooting at my grandmother in the middle of the highway? And I don't know nobody on earth. All I know is I have an angelic galactic team of helpers. And we are undefeatable. I am a chosen one of Israel. I'm it. I'm prime fractal, prime creator, mother of new creation, heaven on earth, Archea Aurora. So, we played a little game, and the finality was just to take it down from an inside operation, because FBI cannot do anything. I already tested Maria. She can't do nothing. She already told me there were going to be many more victims with Love as One. And when she told me this, and she's fucking for the Vol Creation every night, she fucked herself too, and the FBI. Now they're all in the pit. And I, for one, proved that I'm beyond all federal agencies and all government and all police forces, and I'm beyond and above all the matrix and the law and all the tricksters, etc. So, now that everything has been established, and now that he clearly denied himself to please the dark cabals, the Love is One frauds, because if you're in the midst of frauds and they're all making pretend they're who they're not, well, your ticket out would be to play the same game. Oh, he's like, oh, she knows I'm Aurora. He's like, yeah, Dima, just because he's emailing me from loveasone.org. Like, this is the secret. This is the reveal behind the highest levels of intelligence on Earth operating today. So it was not Father of All Creation who staged the robbery. It was the little thieves down in Florida with the Russian whores and the frauds. And I will never mention his name again, because he's not anything. He doesn't even exist. He doesn't exist. He's just a little clown, lost in absurdia, made money out of me for too long now, robbed me and diminished me for too long up until yesterday. My God. And to the AT&T team, losers, double losers, whatever, morons. That's right. So, soon enough, I will step out of all these entanglements. Now we know, wheat from the chaff, it's being already carved in stone, and the limits has been drawn in the sand. So, now from this inside operation, we will reverse the tables and on everyone, because since choosing to actually deny himself and his fire, and going back to the loveasone.org in service to the fraud cabals that he had called out, they made him be his lower self back and forced him to call me in my lower self name. That doesn't even exist. They are forcing COVID-19 on Earth. Up until the last minute, they had a Chinese girl in AT&T walk in and steal a phone purchased from my bank account that the Floridians have stolen. So that's a big alarm for the United States. I have already mentioned that Florida is a terrorist Islamic state, and Obama forced me to read the Quran and shift to Islam before they gave me my green card. However, how I'm reversing it all on everyone is very simple. So it says on the green card, surname Tabrawi, given name Dima, which is amazing. You know why? Because when they say given name and surname, it doesn't mean first and last name. They already know this is not myself. They already know I am Aurora. Given name? Who on earth gets an ID that says given name? That is total bullshit, and that is total reversing the tables on the Catholics and my biological birth family that also sold off. So, yesterday I emailed main headquarters for Bank Audi Robier branch, and I gave them the choice to choose the resurrection through myself partnering up with Father of all creation, who is Lucifer Morningstar, Archangel Uriel in truth. As light of the immortals, we are headed towards immortality codes. And I believe the next location is going to be Houston, Texas for mission. Greetings, Texas. And please, everyone in creation who loves America and is anti the corporation of the United States but pro the cooperation and peace on earth, and no more sending off our young, talented, brilliant men off to war to die, because there are other ways to instill what you call democracy, which is another word for, and we'll talk about this in a little bit. Let me get to Houston though. Hopefully he really is there and everything will flow well, because that's the little wink game him and I played. So now, just like he told me that if I stick around with these frauds, we will never reach full planetary liberation. And because then, after he told me those facts, again, I called the fraudulent, Miguel Lambo, who makes pretend he's an archangel when he's not, and the fraudulent girl who makes pretend she's mother of all creation when she's not, and the fraudulent team of strippers and hookers and deniers and evil people who sent pornographic channels after me and been playing jokes on me since the beginning of time. I legit heard it from the horse's mouth. Again, he told me there's no such thing. Russell Pearson is not welcome here. This is what Miguel Lamboy told me. Russell Pearson is not welcome here. If you're partnering with that, you stay out of here. And then he said many times over that that Russell Pearson is a stupid guy, that he's a retard, and he told me many mean things too. And that's another topic. So did Amy. She completely denied me. She allowed some peasant prostitutes to make pretend they are archaeas and denied me 100%. So now Russell is playing them all for face value, and I sent him to their platform to gain the title on record, and from that title to then reverse it all on everyone, because he knows the truth of their hearts, so do I, and he knows who he is, so do I. So just like he had left and called them out from outside, I too left, and I allowed them to rob me, and I allowed them to shut me down, And everybody of you, every member of the First Contact Fraudulent team, you all know that everything they do is based on spying on me and reversing energies on me and lying to me and stealing from me. And any one of you who's lying about this topic, you're not a starseed, you're not any waiver, and you're not any fractal, and you're simply not on mission, honeys. So, this is how divine intelligence operates. From within, we crack the system and we break the yokes and we break the maleficent spirits and we break all their evil and we reverse it all on them. And he knows I proved it in spades. Michael said Russell is stupid. Now Russell is father of all creation at loveisone.org. Now Russell has proven in flesh and bones that if he stays with Amy, it's not going to provide any full planetary liberation. Instead, it's going to provide COVID-19 for all on Earth, which it has. We proved it because I learned on Earth that those people here that are mostly dark aliens today, they cannot believe it until they see it. Proof is in the pudding. So, in order for everybody to believe Russell Pearson, and that he is, in fact, Lucifer Morningstar Archangel Uriel, father of new creation, because that's who he is, I had him back at Father of All Creation post, and now everybody sees the emails he sends me. Everybody sees and wears a mask right now. Everybody knows that if you follow Love as One and Amy Crossan, you will get COVID, because you got COVID after they robbed me and closed down my platform and denied my covenant, who saved you all already long time ago from destruction in a more massive scale. This COVID thing is the nice way of showing you guys the truth. And as of now, you will make your own choices, very simply. However, Miguel Lamboy again proved he's not Archangel Michael, nor is Michael Love. Simple twinkle. Nor is any Michael on Earth. It's simple. There is no more need for Archangel Michael in service. I have chopped cords eternally and beyond with that. It's very simple. Very simple. Finished. All he comes in to do is sound the horn, and then he kills Lucifer. He killed me and Russell by both denying who he is. So we actually are the true ones, because that's what Michael does. In every depiction, he steps on the neck of Lucifer and kills him. And then he makes pretend this lifetime that he doesn't. No, sweetie. You killed me the moment I told you who I is, and that I am Lucifer Aurora. And you killed Russell many times over, all of the Michaels. All of them, and you all know what I'm talking about. And I cut cords eternally and beyond with the Archangel Michael thing. Eternally and beyond, never again will I ever. That's it. That's it. So now it's all about a very grand divine reunion at, believably, the Lone Star State, where everything is possible. It's the new Hollywood. In Texas, dreams of true love can come true. And I heard it from the horse's mouth in the great and brilliant San Antonio, where literally you can arrive, you can get a new social security number and a new name right then and there. So that will allow me and all in creation to turn the page on the infiltration of Hollywood by the malevolent cabals, and then we can give Hollywood a new page, because Lana Del Rey, bitch, I killed you, but Hollywood isn't dead. And all the fake stars and the fake musical industry Shazam flush, and Hollywood sold off to Russia Shazam flush, So now it's the actual new story. I love you, Father of all creation. I honor you in the highest, and I thank you for being my best friend and my best divine co-creator and my everything.